That looks awful, Chaz. You moron. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, and welcome to my blank desktop. Today, as you've seen by the title of the video, and obviously the thumbnail and so on, we're going to be going through quite a process today, and we're going to be customizing one of the radar screens in Tower Simulator 3. Now, you can customize the colors at any airport, but some of them have different regions and things that you have to consider, so you can't just copy and text, what a great start. You can't just copy and paste the same text file from one airport to the other. We'll get into how this works. Don't forget though, there's an FAQ video that I've done before where I actually showed the difference between the standard radar screens at Manchester Airport and the ones that Teri had for her pack. If you like the ones that are in that, you can just go and download them from the Discord. I'll put a link to them and the Discord, of course, in the description of this video. But I'm going to leave this as uncut as possible today, and we're going to go through the whole process. So we're here on my desktop. This is literally how I run it. I just run a black screen because, as I've explained before, I sometimes run my PC when I'm away from home so I can access it remotely. We're going to load up Tower Simulator 3, and we're going to have that running in the background. I don't think you need to restart the game every single time. But what we're also going to do is go into my game files, and we're going to go into here, and then FeelThere, and Tower Simulator 3. Need to figure out what airport we're going to customize today, actually. I think Manchester might be the best one to give it a go with. So you go into the Instruments folder. So it's Tower Simulator 3, Airports, whatever airport you want, Instruments, and then look, I've got one set up ready to go here. This is what you want to look at mainly, though, the Ideas and the D-Bright. The Ideas is the first one, which you're going to be taking a lot of a look at anyway. This is how it looks at present. I am going to just get rid of that one just for now, in case I have obviously started doing that and we want to do this from scratch, basically. So we've got the Chaz Draycott Media one in there, and we're going to get the Ideas look open here. So you've got RGB and then the transparency of that colour. So you could have the same colour a couple of times, but just have it a bit less visible, basically, to just have it glow over the top of something else. It does, however, mean I have to have something else on screen here today, which is going to mean I also have this in the top corner. I understand it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but over on Google Chrome on my left hand side, I'm going to have this colour picker open so you can see obviously what we're doing with the colours. I may just whack on, oh, you see, that's prettier, isn't it? Dark Reader, as I call it. It's a really good extension for Chrome where I do a lot of stuff to camera, and when I'm doing podcasts and things, if I suddenly have Chrome open on my left-hand side, I'm talking to the camera like this, and then bang, there's this big horrible white screen in my way with them reading a document or whatever. It's horrible. So if you have Dark Reader on like that, it doesn't light you up. I know that not many of you might need that, but still. So this is the file that we're going to be looking at here. You can also put Notepad in dark mode as well. So we're going to go to Manchester, and we're going to look at what the standard ones look like. We're going to use the Nyerges design database. We're going to have 2-3 right, because we need aircraft in the sim as well. That's the thing. You need aircraft to be appearing. So we're just going to put some light cloud on and let it load up. We have the colour picker over on this left-hand side, which we're going to be referencing in this today. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long this takes, because I want to leave this uncut, because I want that to be my little indication of appreciation for Teri and everybody that basically creates their own instrument files and things, because it's not as straightforward as you think. Once you know what colours you want for certain things, it's great, but you have to consider so much more. You have to think about the actual aircraft as well. So you've got the normal aircraft colour when it's arrival or departure, then obviously the call sign, which will be the same as you can see here, but then you've also got the selected colour on top of that as well. So as you can see here, this is the Teri one, I believe. This is the Teri pack. So you know, it's a lot more simple and a lot more straightforward than the standard ones, because you don't have any of the terrain. Even this as well, the D-Bright, it's a lot prettier because it's darker, it's easier on the eyes, same as this. The strips aren't modified at this point, but you can see what I mean, yeah? That's how, it's very similar to how I want it to look, funnily enough, but we're going to obviously do our own with this today. So, let's go back into Manchester, and let's go to Chaz Draycott Media, and let's now start editing some colours. So we want the runways and the taxiways to be this 013475. So the RGB for that is 151117. So the background colour we're going to keep as is at the moment. We're not going to touch that just yet. We need to go for taxiway colour, so that is 151,117, and we're going to keep that as full brightness. So now I'm just going to copy and paste this into any others that I want it in. So I want the runway colour there. I'm going to turn the runway thickness down to 40, taxiway thickness down to 20, so there, taxiways are half. Terminal colour, ooh, do we want terminals? We'll come back to that. Road, selected colour, selected runway, route colour. Route colour is important. So what I want for that is white, basically. And if you want white, you want F. So it's 255 of everything. So the route colour, where's it gone now? So you want 255 of everything. However, I'm thinking it might be a little bit too bright if it's fully white, because it'll basically cover up everything that goes underneath it. So instead of 255, what's half of 255? Is it one? Oh my god. 125, so it's what? 127.5. So if we do 128 for the... Yeah. I'm going to save that, and then we're going to see whether it applies straight away. Boom. In we go. Let's have a look, shall we? I might cut out the loading times. That's probably the only thing I will cut out, but that's, again, something you need to consider, is that you close the game and open it again every single time that you want to update it, and every time you want to make any changes. Even if you change one digit in that text file, you have to come out of the airport and then load back into it, and it takes a long time. It does. You could always say, you know, I'll just load in at TIST because it's dead. But you need aircraft. You need aircraft to show up. TIST is probably the best for doing the background colour schemes and everything. And obviously the taxiways, the roads, the runways, the terminals, and the regions, as they say. So there's regions around it. I'll show you what I mean when we get in. But yeah, you need aircraft visible at the end of the day. So maybe we go to TIST and try that. But again, you're then doing the colours at TIST, not here. Okay, cool. So look at what we've got here then. So we've got the standard one. But now all the runways and taxiways are blue. So these are the regions. So these grey parts, these green parts here, they're all different regions. Even this as well, this area around the airport. So let me show you. In this file, you see, look, you've got area, which is this. All of this, that tells it what it is. And then, where is it? At the bottom of that particular area, you can see how big this is, by the way. Look how far I'm scrolling down. You'll see a colour. So that's the colour of that area. All of that above it. So then you move on to this area. And then you go all the way down and there's the colour of that one. Area of this area. Colour of that one. And so on. And they all go down. So what you need to do is sometimes do a find and replace. So you can do Control F. And I've obviously been looking for Warhammer in the past. But you can find 110, 110, 110. And it'll find the next instances of that. I believe you can do a find and replace as well. Ooh, maybe not. But if you've got it pasted, you can just paste over that instead, and then it'll be all good. So there's a quicker way of doing that. You need to think about the holding points as well, what colour you want those, and obviously the taxiway tags. So I don't want a background on these, much like Teri's done on hers. I don't want a background on those, so I will get rid of that completely. But I need to make sure it's a brighter colour than the taxiways we've done, if that makes sense. You know, the blue? We need to make sure that the text is a lighter colour than that, but not too much to go over the top of it. So the next thing we are going to do then is go for the regions. Obviously the background colour is a little bit too bright for me, that, but it'd be good if it was all this colour, or maybe even black actually. If we just did a black background on it, that might be better, because then it's a little bit less distracting. So obviously if you go down to having just a black, it's RGB 000. So we can change all of these regions and the background to be 000, like that. Nope, don't put too many commas in it. So now we'll go road area colour. Ooh, do we want that? We need to play with that and see what that is. You can change certain things to certain colours just to test what they are, but again, you have to load in and out to go and do that. So let's get all these regions and stuff down here done. So what colour are these? Oh god, we've got a bit of scrolling to do here. The thing is, you don't want to scroll too quickly in case you go past where it says colour. Okay, so 20, 20, 20. How much did I copy? Okay, I copied the speech marks instead. That's my mistake there. So what I want to do now is do 000 and just copy the 000 part. So then, if we try and find now 20, hang on, 20, 20, 20, with the comma after it. Do that. Oh, it can't find any more. Okay, right. Well, we need to find out what the next one is. So it's 110, 110, 110, comma. So we find all that, paste. Ah, no. Okay, that's not going to work. That's not going to work, Chaz. Oh, dear. So then you can maybe do the next one. Yeah. But then you can't paste. Ah, this... See, this is what I mean, though. There's stuff like this that it's not easy to do straight off the bat, and you need to appreciate how much time and effort goes into doing these, because it's not easy at all. So you have to make sure that all these areas on here are like this. I'm pretty sure that you can... Oh, actually, I don't know if you can delete just the area bit below from the text file, because you don't want it to be a certain colour. You don't want it to be different to the background colour. You don't want the area specifically on that screen to exist. So you could probably get rid of it. We'll test that at some point. But yeah, for now, I want to just recolour the ones that we've got on here. You can scroll down quite quickly. You've just got to wait and look for the numbers that stick out, because that's the area coordinates. There's another one. Again, this is just the stuff that takes time. Going all the way down. We're not even halfway, so yeah, I hope you're here for the long run. We can find, yeah, we can do that. Oh god, it can't find any more of that colour. What? Why? Oh, there's 62 now. I literally just got rid of the last one. So 62s. Boom. Can we do find and replace? Oh, can we do find and replace? Is it Control R? No. Find. Yeah, match case. Oh god, that's all you can do. So we'll do the next 62. You're going to tell me I missed one now, aren't you? Next 62. Thing is, you have to select it with the comma included as well. Oh, there's so much of it. Oh god. Right, I mean, even this is, yeah, this is me probably biting off more than I can chew, but... Ah, I can't read. This is mad, isn't it? How's your day going? Is it better than this? Is your day going better than my day? We'll go back up to the top and we'll look for the taxiway colour. So that's the taxiway itself. Terminal colour. Okay, road text size. Which I think is the actual... Yes, okay. So that's the text size and colour. So it's 555 at the moment. Then there's the background colour. So that's 208, 208, 208. So if we put that in here... Yeah, you can see it's that sort of off-white that we've got in there. So we want none of that at all. So we want road text background colour, we want 0. If we just put a 0 on the end of that, that gets rid of the transparency. That says there is 0 transparency to that. The text colour, we will have that as white for now. So we'll have 255, 255, 255, 255 for full transparency. Road text distance, not quite sure what that means. Road selected, I think that's just for the tag system. Not quite sure on that one. And then we've got... Is there runway? Oh, yeah, they're the same. They're the same. It's fine. What about the holding points, though? Because don't the holding points... point text background colour. So that's got a little bit of a sort of grey part around it. I think we're probably going to stick with that, actually, because let's go 128. Because that means that it's half transparency, but it's black. So it just adds a little shadow around it. And then the point text colour, we'll have that in white as well. Because why not? That's what we want for all of them. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go to 013475 again. No, excuse me. And then we'll go for a slightly lighter colour. So if we go just for something like that for a holding point. 36, 100, 181. So 36, 100, 181. And then we'll save that. That's a little bit of progress for now. So we'll come back out of this. And we will, obviously, load back in. This is the process. We're going to put 2-3 right on just so we've got some aircraft. And then we'll start messing with the areas and see whether we can just delete a bunch of them. So then at least we know that you can get rid of them without worrying about it. Because when I was testing, I don't remember having to do as many of those numbers. I know that you can find and replace them and so on in some programs, but it seems like you can't do it here, which is, yeah, quite an interesting one. Somebody's saying, someone's commented on the recent video I've done saying, didn't Spirit Airlines file for bankruptcy? Yeah, but that doesn't remove them from all Nyerges Designs schedules. Still, you never know. We could go full realism and just get rid of them for that. Bear with. Don't want you to hear me slurping my drink. Okay, so you can see, look, these are the areas, and loads of it has gone black, but not these bits in the middle here. So we've gotten rid of a lot of the area around it, and the screen is just black now. Let me just put the Mio on, just so I can... Yeah, I was going to say, it's a little bit brighter than that out here at 8 AM. But this is what it's like in the UK at the minute. At 8 o'clock, it's dark. I mean, it's 9 AM now, and it's barely daylight when I'm doing this. But yeah, you can see here, look, that the text is over the top. We've got the taxiways in white, so you can see all the taxiways. Okay, let's just assess this.
Requesting push and start.
So we've got taxiways in white. We might have a little white glow around them just so it's a little bit easier to spot where they are. You can see the black around the holding points. Maybe we do a little bit of a sort of transparent blue glow around them instead. You know what I mean? So instead of having black over it, we have it as a glow rather than a shadow. I think we definitely need something around the text, or we make the text a bit bigger. I don't know, actually. I quite like that how it is already. But what we will now do is go into this, and we will get rid of area, and we'll just delete all of this. There's 166,000 characters, 5,000 lines. Goodbye. We'll save that. We'll come out and then back in just to see what difference that makes. And I think that's one of the main things you need to do, is that you need to jump in and out. We'll move the day on a little bit, so it's maybe 8:30, so there's at least a bit of daylight behind us. But yeah, we will sort of do a little bit and then jump back in, because I think one of the key things is that you make one change, go in, because if you make loads of different changes and then jump in, you lose track of what you've changed and what effect it had and how it might have been before. So yeah, maybe it's not as responsible to jump in after making a load of different changes. We'll see. But this is part of the process. You know, this is my first one I've done. I tested it, obviously, so I knew what bits did what, but that was on a much smaller airport. I actually did that at Tist, to be fair. But now we're doing this at Manchester, and it's, yeah, a bit more of a daunting task, to say the least. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the honest look at this, though, and the uncut nature of it, because at the end of the day, I want... Oh, God, it's pretty. At the end of the day, I want to make you... Yeah, there you go. Look, you can just delete the areas. Thank God for that. Yes, you can delete the areas. The taxiway thickness could probably come down quite a bit. I think Teri has hers turned down quite a lot because it's a very thin blue line, whereas a lot of these gates and things all merge into one. So this literally just shows you where the aircraft could go. It doesn't show you the terminals, the buildings, or anything. I think sometimes it can be a little distracting. And the key thing for me is that the arriving aircraft and departing aircraft are different colours. That is a very, very important thing for me. So what I am going to do is add a bit of a glow around the taxiway signs. So we are going to have it so that they are... Where are they? Taxiway... Road text background colour. So we're going to have the road text colour is 255. So it's just white. So we'll do that. But then we'll have it as maybe... Well, what's half of 128? 64. So we'll have 64. So it's like 25% opacity on that. And then on the holding points as well, point text background colour, we've got that as 36, 110, 181 at the minute. That's the colour. So again, we'll go for 64. So it's 25% of the brightness, let's say. Route thickness, we'll keep that as it is, but we'll turn the taxiway thickness down. We'll try 15 next up. We'll leave the runways thick because you need the prominence of them. I don't want to change them to a different colour. I want to leave them as they are. What else could we change on here? Because I like this already. I really do like this already. I think that the colour is decent. It's not too in your face, but it's also subtle enough so you can see the paths. We need to give an aircraft a bit of clearance, actually. Because I know there's an Aer Lingus down here that wants to push. Here we go. Okay. So, oh, their selected colour, they disappear. Is that a bug? Logan, 8 November Papa, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. See the route? It's a little bit much.
Expect runway 23 right.
A little bit
Logan,
much.
November Papa.
Okay, so maybe we turn the transparency of that down, or we just make it a brighter colour. Yes, we will select an arrival runway just to shut you up. But yeah, maybe we turn that down, so then it's only 50%. So route colour. Oh, it is actually only 50% already. Is it really? Well, let's try 64 then on the transparency of that, because that to me that's just pure white. Oh no, it is a little bit actually. It's a little bit grayer. Okay. It's a bit too bright for me, that is. So we've halved the transparency on that, and then we need to now think about the aircraft colours. But we'll get onto that in a minute. So we'll come out again, and we'll go back to the menu, reload back in. Let's just make sure I've resaved this. I just Control S it loads of times to be sure. And then we'll load back in. We'll put 23 right on just so at least there's some aircraft coming in and we don't get a ping for selecting an arrival runway. Thank you to those of you that have stuck with me so far through this. Already 23 minutes in. 23 minutes. You can get some lovely codes on here and colours and stuff, but as you can see, it's really easy to just click around and get all the different values. When I use a lot of my video editing software, it's HSLs and HSVs that I have to come up with, and yeah, it's not easy. It's really not easy, but that's the colour I've been using a lot for Formula CDM, and I will be using for a lot of my sim racing series. I've considered rebranding from the 2 shades of blue that I've got now to this white and blue and just have it as a flat white and blue, because it looks a little bit more polished and a little bit more solid, if you know what I mean. Right, then let's just get Mio going. Mio. Weather looks different to how it did before. Okay, so now we've got a glow around all these. That's too bright for me. That's too bright, and that means now that the holding point colours are not bright enough to separate from the... You know what I mean? The text from the glow. Okay, so maybe we make the text a bit brighter. So what have we got that at the moment? We have point text colour. So we've got 36, 110, 181. We have that colour at the minute. Do we just go for something like that? A little bit brighter? Maybe even a lighter colour? Let's try that. 3, 171, 255. 3, 171, 255. So full blue. Okay. We'll go for that. That should stand out above the glow. We need to lower that glow behind it. The road text background colour. Wow, okay, so that's 64 that's on. Wonder if there's quite a curve to it. Runway colour, yeah, taxiway colour. Yeah, I'm just making sure that I've not overdone anything here or not missed out on something. There's a road outline colour as well, which I've noticed. I want to turn that off. I was going to say, because a lot of these taxiways have this little line around them. You see that? Just makes it a little bit more messy. So we'll save that. We need an aircraft to call up so we can see what the route looks like as well, because the white earlier was too bright. We've changed it from 128 to 64 on the brightness. But this is getting somewhere where I like it. I wish it could reflect my brand colours a bit more. Yeah, it's weird that their tag disappears. Not sure if that's something I've done. Logan 8 November Papa, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. See, that's a bit better. That's subtle. That's very subtle.
Right. Logan 8 November Papa.
It's mad how much of a difference that makes. It's still sort of... Ooh. Yeah, it goes over the top of places like that, but we've made this text brighter, and we are going to make that glow a little bit more prominent as well, actually. So that's on, what is it, point text background colour or something? Yeah. So we'll turn that to 128.
Information India, requesting push and start.
Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet, pushback approved, facing south. Yeah, that's nice. Although their tags disappear.
Shamrock to Charlie Juliet.
Interesting. That was a problem we used to have with Philadelphia, actually, where the tags disappeared when you clicked on them. So I need to make sure that I know how to fix that, because this is a large problem. So we'll get ready to load back into Manchester. We will change a few things. So let's go for the aircraft colours now, shall we? So the aircraft... So we've got airplane text size and airplane size. That is stuff you can change anyway. we've got the arrival colour. So I like the idea, like we used to have, where blue is departures, orange is arrivals. So do we want them to be the same colour as the text on the things? No, we don't, do we? We want them to be a bit of a darker colour. We'll keep it quite a brightish colour. We'll go for that. 290191. So we'll go... Where's the departure? There it is. Airplane colour departure. We'll have full opacity. 290191. And then what you want to do is make sure that you copy that for every single one. So that's the call sign as well. And we'll have it the same on selected as well. So even if we have it clicked, it's still the same colour. Maybe we just add the brightness a little bit. Just go like that with it a little bit. Maybe up there. 1812219 instead. So 1812219. And then we'll just copy that one and make sure that's exactly the same in here. So that means that when we click on a departure, it's a slight glow over what it has when it's unselected or deselected, let's say. In terms of the arrivals, let's go for an orangey colour, shall we? Like an orangey red. Let's go for sort of down here. Actually, where it is, tell you what, let's have a look. So we had 290191. So we want it there, but on the red scale. So we'll do that. So it's 191. Tell you what, can we get... Look at that. It's the absolute... Is that how they did it? It's the opposite. So it's 191 92. How cool is that? So it's the opposite way around. I never knew that you could get... I mean, I probably sound thick now, but yeah, I never knew that you could have it where you just swap two of the values around and you get the opposite colour. So now what we'll do is then look at what we had as the selected colour, 1812219. So we'll have 219, 1812. And that is the colour... Oh, you see, that doesn't work. That doesn't make it brighter. Am I being stupid? 1812... Oh no, 12 is the middle value. But even then, look, it's not giving us what we want. 1812219. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that, does it? It doesn't work that way around. Maybe you have to go in the opposite direction. Excuse me. So we've got 290191. That's the colour of it normally. And then selected is 1812219. So we can just slide that. Yeah. Did I really do that? Or is it 129 that I wanted? Oh no, have I made a typo? Is that what I've done? Is it 81? Oh, I'm being stupid here, aren't I? I'm so sorry, everyone. But this is why you test these things. Is it 21? Oh no. Oh no. Right, okay, well let's redo that blue, shall we? So it is departure 290191. And then we wanted to go for a lighter colour for it, didn't we? What the hell did I click before to make it brighter? I know that my the number 2 on my keyboard has been playing up, so I wonder if it was 118 instead of 18. You know what I mean? So it's 118 12 219 118 12 219. No, I'm losing my brain. Okay, right, alright, well, yeah, stuff me then, I guess. Yeah, I know you're tearing your hair out over this, because I've said a number, but obviously I can't look back at the video now. Boom, we'll have that as the selected glow. 22115. Where is it? Selected. 22115 222. And then we'll copy that to be there. Yeah, because I had 12 in the middle there as the middle value, so that clearly wasn't the right one to go for. So then, if we now move over to the colour we've set for the arrival, 19192, then we should have it. This... Oh, God, no. I'm so sorry. Then we go like this. That should be a lighter colour than what we had before. So we had 190 Sorry, 191 90 2. I'm going to do that. 222 105 22. So 222 105 22. I'm so sorry. I'm not, because this is the trial and error part of it. Okay, so we've got that. Let's load back in to Manchester and crack on. I'm going to have a meltdown before you do. You know that much. That's how this is going to work. Chaz melts down. The people watching melt down over Chaz's meltdown. We all melt down. And then I play Denver and have a headache. I will be doing Denver again soon, I think. I've not played it in a long time, and I really enjoyed my stints there, and I think that knowing now about holding points and things like that will make my life a lot easier. So, yeah. This is almost like a live stream that's not actually live, isn't it? Because I need this to still come out on Friday. So if you're watching this on Friday, hi. I'm surprised you've not got better things to do with your Friday night. But yeah, this is like a live stream that's not live. I didn't have the time on Friday to live stream it, and I thought, you know, earlier in the week I can record it. Let's have a look at how rubbish this looks then. Oh, that's actually looking a bit more tasty. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, me likey. Oh, me likey many. Lots and much of likes, yes. Okay, cool. I'm a huge fan of how that looks. Are you? I know you're not. I am. Yeah, big fan. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Yes, I like that. Right, let's get some aircraft in and see what they look like, because then we need to start figuring out their colours now. So we should have some arrivals soon. Beautiful. We'll have, yep, Shamrock again, and then, yep, the same Logan. Interesting, actually, that they are on the same gates each time. I don't know if that's something that's pre-planned, because I'm pretty sure that it just puts them on whatever gate normally.
Manchester ground, Logan in November.
Lovely.
Pop-up with information India.
145.
Requesting push and start.
See, that's too dark. That is way too dark. And when I click it, it disappears. Oh no, I've broken it. Whoops. Teri, help. Yeah. Logan, 8 November Papa, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. And then the route sort of goes through all of them.
Right. Logan, 8 November Papa.
I'm not sure whether we just change the route colour to be something else and really turn the opacity down. Because if we had that as like a yellow, like it is normally in the game, is it? I think on most of them it's yellow, isn't it? If we change that to a yellow, it's easier to pick out against all the blues and stuff. So let's just go for yellow. Let's just click yellow in here. Let's go for that sort of colour. Is that right? I mean, that's a yellow. I want it a bit warmer than that. Maybe there. 247182. So route 24. Oh yeah, we'll keep the opacity as it is. 247182. So we'll change that to a yellow, and hopefully it'll be. Do we turn the opacity down even more? Let's turn it down to 32. See how that works. Or maybe. Ooh, I need to figure out why the selected colours aren't working. Have I gotten rid of a? No. I thought I'd gotten rid of like a speech mark or something. There's no line of text after that. So I'm not sure why it's broken. But that upsets me. We've got, yeah, 1, 2, they're correct. 1 and 2, they're correct. They're the same as each other. They're the same as each other. Okay. Well, let's have a look, see if there's any arrivals on the way in. We'll play it as is.
Ground, Shamrock to Charlie Juliet with information India.
Yeah, I wonder why they
Requesting
disappear.
push and start.
Shamrock to Charlie Juliet, pushback approved, facing south. Please.
Pushback approved facing south.
Nice.
Shamrock to Charlie
Not sure if you
Juliet.
can change the colour of any of the 3D UI stuff. I think that all stays the same. But Logan Air 8 November Papa is now pushing. Let's just speed up time. Excuse you.
Manchester ground, Logan 8 November Papa ready to taxi.
Come on, we want arrivals. Logan 8 November Papa, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. The route does look
Taxi
nice
to
like
runway
that,
2,
but it's
3 right.
it blends
Mark.
in a bit too much.
Logan 8 November Papa.
Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike via Juliet. Chanex 29 Papa, pushback approved, facing west. Good.
Taxi to runway 2.
Where are you?
Right
Hello.
At Mike.
Chanex.
Shamrock to Charlie Juliet.
Okay.
Pushback approved facing west. Chanex to
Right.
Niner
Any
Papa.
arrivals? No. Come on, there's normally
Manchester
about a
ground.
million Ryanair
Shamrock to Charlie
arrivals
Juliet ready to taxi.
at this time. Yeah, you can see, look, when I click on this aircraft, so watch, if I click on this one, look at the,
Manchester
watch the
ground.
colour of
Chanex to Niner Papa
Shamrock
with
when I click on it.
information
So
in
you see the
requesting
icon?
push and start.
It's a little bit lighter, but it fades into insignificance against the white line that it's on. So, yeah, that's not perfect. This is the thing, you know, you've got a lot of moving parts. You don't just have the taxiways and the runways and stuff to think about. You have to have the aircraft stand out against it as well. That's why in a lot of them they're white now, instead of being like a sort of an orange or a blue. But I really want them to be orange and blue. We need to get Logan out. Logan Air 8 November Papa, runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Come on, we need some arrivals.
Runway 23 right. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Here we go.
Logan 8 November Papa.
Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet, runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Chanex 29 Papa, taxi to Echo 8. Ryanair 909 Victor uniform, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. Then we've got this on the way in, which is just white at the moment.
Altitude 1000.
I think that's
Contact
because they're out of
departure.
our control.
Shamrock to Charlie Juliet.
There goes
Taxi
Logan
to
Air.
Echo 8. Chanex to Niner Papa.
Bye-bye.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23
See,
right.
they're green
Ryanair
now.
909 Victor Uniform.
Which isn't what we chose,
Manchester
is it?
ground. Chanex to Niner Papa ready to taxi.
Ah! This won't have changed, because this is a different screen. This is the D-Bright.
Manchester ground.
So we
Ryanair
need
909
that,
Victor
whatever
Uniform.
that is.
Information India. Requesting
Is it
push and
Eastern?
start.
Gemstone, so it's Aer Lingus, but like a regional.
Manchester ground.
Ooh.
Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy with information India, requesting push and start.
Yes, you are. They've sent a 787 today. Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy, pushback approved, facing west. Come on, Shamrock, get on with it.
Pushback approved, facing west.
Get on with it.
Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy.
Gemstone 69 and Mike, runway 23 right, clear to land. Oh, was that a bit early? Yeah, it is. They're not even in our airspace right now.
Manchester Tower,
Yeah.
Gemstone 69 and Mike on final 23 right.
Okay, so when they're out of our control, they're
Manchester
right.
ground.
We need to get them in to see what the colour is when they're here. What's EAG now?
Manchester ground.
Is that Griffin?
Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy
Greenstone.
ready to taxi.
Got Greenstone and Gemstone. Flipping heck, sort your life out. Greenstone 1-1 Hotel, pushback approved, facing south. Ryanair 909 Victor uniform, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike via Echo. Chanex 29 Papa, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. You get
Pushback
going.
approved, facing south.
Okay.
Greenstone 11 Hotel.
They're all given their
Taxi
commands
to
and so
runway
on.
23 right at Mike. Ryanair
Oh, we need to clear him to
909
land.
Victor Uniform.
Gemstone 69 and Mike, runway 23 right, cleared to land. Right, let's get them in.
Taxi to runway 23 right at Mike via Echo. Qatari 63 Foxtrot
And then
Heavy.
we'll get the rest going.
Taxi to runway 23.
Greenstone
right
1-1 Hotel,
at
taxi
Mike.
to runway 23
Chanex
right at
to
Mike.
Niner Papa.
Chanex 22 Romeo Bravo, pushback approved, facing west. Good.
Runway 23 right.
Got
cleared to
Qatari
land.
below us down here.
Gemstone 69 and Mike.
787.
Taxi
Fantastic.
to runway 23 right at Mike.
I
Greenstone
like Manchester,
11 Hotel.
obviously. Obviously.
Pushback approved facing west. Chanex to Romeo.
Ryanair 909 Victor uniform is waiting.
Manchester ground. Greenstone 11 Hotel ready to taxi.
Ryanair UK after that, 84901. Ryanair 909 Victor uniform, runway 23 right, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. There is
Runway
the
23 right.
Qatari
Line up
78
behind next
right
landing
below.
aircraft. Ryanair 909 Victor Uniform.
Out they go. Greenstone's doing a weird little route left and then right rather than just going to the end down
Manchester
there.
ground.
Oh well.
Greenstone 11
Right,
Hotel.
let's see what this
Information
arrival
again.
looks like, shall we?
Requesting push and
This is the
start.
thing, you need to play to a point where you get the arrival in. I sort of almost went into autopilot and just started playing this in.
Bravo with information in.
Yes.
Requesting push and start.
Yes, you're already well on your way. Shut up. You are pushed back. Okay, here's Greenstone. Look. See, they glow a little bit when you select them, but not much. So we really need them to glow a lot more than that. But that is a colour that I enjoy. That stands out enough. So when we click this one, for some reason their tag disappears. I don't know what that is. But boom. You can see it gets a little bit lighter. Not much. So we need to make, I think, the standard colour that colour, whatever that is. So we'll do the, instead of selected arrive colour, we'll do it as that. And then from that, we've got, what is it, 222, 10522. We'll make the selected colour a lot brighter. We'll make it almost a bit more yellow as well, actually. Sort of like that. 255162 56. So, oh, I'm just being stupid there, aren't I? 255162 56. So that'll be the new selected colour. And it's full opacity as well. We then also need to make the departing aircraft a bit brighter as well, don't we? We need to make them really bright, in fairness. So we've got, at the moment, 29191. I've said that way too many times already. That's the colour of them going out. So that's the normal departure colour. That is not bright enough, is it? I wonder whether we have it like that. 61, 152, 255. I talk to myself like this when I'm doing even the most mundane of tasks as well, by the way. So this is just like a normal day for me. I just talk to myself like this. And then we maybe make it glow a bit more. How does that compare? Let me just write that one down just so we've got it, because I like that. So selected departure colour, 89194 But how does that compare to... Where is it? 61152 255. Can we just copy and paste in? Because I want to see it change instantly. You know what I mean? Let's just. Yeah, I think that's enough. I think that is enough. We'll see. We'll see. At the end of the day, we've got to test it. But I'm scared as to why the tags are disappearing when I click on them. That's not something I've noticed before. It was a problem with Philadelphia in the past, though. So I might have a quick look into that now, just so I can fix it here on air and then explain it. Okay, once again, Teri comes to the rescue. So the issue is with the airplane's selected colour, call sign, departure. So we just press enter to make sure there's another line underneath, but there's nothing in that line. So we'll save that, we'll come back out, and then we'll try the latest iteration. You see how there is so much testing to do with this? There's so many things that can go wrong as well, because at the end of the day, you're not updating it live, you're not changing those colours and then it's changing before your eyes. You have to come in and out of it again and again. And it's very similar to writing CSS codes as well. Like I've mentioned, with a lot of the sim racing and stuff that I do, I use a program that's just called SDK Gaming, and I use their live timing software and graphics and so on to make the timing towers, to make the graphics similar to like you see in all forms of motorsport. You know, if you ride on board with the car, it'll tell you who it is, what team and so on. I use CSS to change the colours and how they behave of those sort of elements. It's the same thing here really, so it depends on what you've got experience with, on what you know, well, whether you know what to look for. God, I've been talking too long now, haven't I? Sorry. But I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this as a live look into how this all works. So let's have a look, shall we, at this, because that looks tasty, doesn't it? I'm quite happy with that. I think, what we could do is have taxiways with a white glow and holding points with a white glow as white text and a blue glow. No, that gets too complicated. We're going to leave that. Let's get some aircraft calling up. That's
Manchester
better.
ground,
That's
loaded
better.
in November Papa with
And then
information
yes.
India. Requesting
Okay.
push and start.
But again, I think I want that to be the normal colour. You know what I mean? I want that blue to be the usual colour, not when it's selected. Logan 8 November Papa, pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Oh, we did change it to yellow and we turned the opacity down, but it's gone sort of orange against the blue background. Not sure I like that. Did I definitely do yellow?
Shamrock to Charlie Juliet with information
Route
India.
colour.
Requesting push and start.
Let's just check the route colour. Yeah, we did. We're going to turn the opacity up on that, because I don't like that. They are also too similar, those colours there. I think we have that as the usual colour, and then we have the aircraft selected as either white for when it's one of these, and then yellow when it's a arrival. What do you reckon? I think that would work quite nicely, wouldn't it? So we want the airplane selected departures. We just want 255, 255, 255. Because then... Oh, and it's working now, isn't it? Because obviously we click on them and they're not disappearing. So we'll have white for the selected colours and then yellow for... Oh, how would we do that? Is it 255, 2550? Yes, that's pure yellow. Okay, so 255, 2550. Maybe we... Make it a bit warmer. 255, 200. So selected arrival, 200, 0. And then 200, 0. Okay. I think we're getting there with this. Oh, and we need to make the standard departure colour. Whatever the old selected one was. I've just written over it. Moron.
Manchester ground.
What?
Channels to Niner Parker with information India. Requesting
Okay.
push and start.
So, what was
Manchester
it?
ground.
Can't remember.
Logan 8 November Papa ready to taxi.
So if we've got two... Did we not put it somewhere else? I know I could just Control Z this, but wasn't it like this? Oh no, it clearly wasn't. It was in here somewhere. 22118219. I'm pretty sure. No, because then we made it brighter. I want it up there somewhere. 22178250. So 22178. I keep pressing more keys than I need to. 250. Well, we'll just change that to 255 in the end. And then we'll go and put that there as well. Okay. Right. What else do we need? Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet. Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Yeah, we need the icons to be a bit brighter than the...
Right. Shamrock to Charlie Juliet.
I think maybe that's just down to icon sizes. I don't know. Because it does overwrite. You see what I mean? They sit on top of the little call sign things. If we do that, you see, they get lost in them. You can still see the text, but yeah, they do get a little bit lost in it. I wonder whether we just make that opacity of that background a little bit less obvious. Although it's only on 32. Ooh. Do we change that really to 16? Not 316, Chaz. Flipping heck. Where's the other background colour? 128 is quite a lot on them, so we'll go 64. Again, it's moving one thing up and moving one thing down, but if you do too much, you can overdo it. Chanex 29 Papa, pushback approved, facing west. Now, obviously on the D right,
Pushback approved, facing west. Chanex to
we're going to
Niner
get
Parker.
Ryanair 909 Victor uniform, pushback approved, facing west. Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy, pushback approved, facing west. Chanex 29 Papa, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike via Juliet.
Pushback approved,
Greenstone,
facing west.
nope.
Ryanair
Gemstone
999
69
Victor
Mike,
uniform.
runway 23 right, clear to land. Logan, nope. Logan 8 November Papa, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. Ryanair 909 Victor uniform, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. Shamrock 2 Charlie Juliet, taxi to runway 23 right at Hotel via Juliet. Spicy. Qatari 63 Foxtrot Heavy, taxi to runway 23 right via Juliet. Yeah, the route isn't
Pushback
obvious
approved,
enough now.
facing west.
It needs to be
Qatari 63 Fox
a lot
Juliet.
more prominent and in your face. Did we up the brightness of that?
3 right at Mike.
Yeah, 64.
Channels to 9er Papa.
So we made that a bit
Runway
brighter.
23 right. Clear to land.
Greenstone 1-1 Hotel,
Chepstow
pushback
69
approved,
Mike.
facing south. Come on,
Taxi to
Greenstone.
runway 2, 3 right. at
Gemstone.
Mike. Logan 8 November Papa.
Typically, it's a
Taxi to runway
flipping
2, 3
ATR thing,
right
so it's
at
doing 100
Mike.
knots on the way in.
Ryanair 9er Victor Uniform.
Got a queue down there, look,
Taxi to
now.
runway 2, 3 right.
Greenstone 1-1
at
Hotel, taxi to
Via
runway 23
Juliet.
right at Mike.
Shamrock to Charlie
Did I
Juliet.
do the Mio thing? Yeah.
Taxi to
It's just
runway 2.
that sunny.
3 right via Juliet.
Channel 22 Romeo Bravo, pushback approved, facing west.
Pushback approved.
Okay, so here's
facing
Greenstone.
south. Greenstone
Gemstone.
1 Hotel.
God.
Taxi to runway 2.
This should be the
right
lighter
at Mike.
orange now.
Greenstone 1 Hotel.
Pushback approved.
Doesn't look
facing
like it.
west. Channels to 2 Romeo Bravo.
That's a much better selected colour.
Manchester ground. Shamrock to Charlie Juliet, ready to
Yeah.
taxi. Manchester ground. Channels to 9er Papa.
That was
ready
always
to
going to happen
taxi.
in an uncut video. Yeah,
Manchester
that's...
Tower. Gemstone
that's a bit
69
better.
Mike on final 2-3 right.
They stand out against the background, but I'm wondering now whether we
Manchester
make the
ground,
taxiways
Ryanair 9er
darker.
Victor Uniform ready to taxi.
You know what I mean? Make the taxiways
Manchester
even darker.
ground. Qatari 63
So that the aircraft stand out more.
ready to taxi.
Oh, God. Because you can easily go too dark with it, but again, do you need to see them that prominently? Do we need them that prominent? That's the colour I'm going to go for the usual departure aircraft. So unsure. That again, leaving stuff like that uncut, you know, it keeps in the decision-making time. So we're going to go for white. We've made a few changes. We're going to go for white for the departure aircraft when they're selected. We're going to go for yellow for arrivals. We're going to make it. Let's just change this so it's a 5-player Chaos one, so it's a lot more mental, and we'll see whether we can get more aircraft in and just populate the area a bit. We just need to get some arrivals in without getting told off for unhandling or unhandled aircraft. There might be a bit of a longer load in here, but I think it's fitting that I'm doing Manchester, because obviously that's my oh, there's clearly no flights in. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so when Zauer set this schedule up, he set it up to be certain hours of the day. Oh no. And why sometimes does the music come back on and then not others? Strange. Bear with me. We'll go into the scheduler. Open the scheduler. Come on. Open Manchester. Yeah, read current schedule. Yeah, okay, so 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And yeah, there's nearly 200 flights. Okay, so we'll change it to 2 o'clock. And boom. And we only need to, well, it doesn't matter about preloading or anything, does it? So that shows you. That's how you quickly check schedules, by the way. Sometimes they don't work if there's a missing empty line at the bottom. Again, similar to what we had here. Thank you, Teri, for the fix on that. I found it in the Discord by looking for the tags disappearing, because I think that was at Philadelphia it started doing that. And that was the first airport where we saw that issue. But it's easily done. At the end of the day, it's just a text file, and it's just one line of text. And it's not even a line of text. It's just hitting enter and there being nothing there. So, yeah. Now we just wait. We sit and wait and watch and look at all the flights loading in. It's going to be a lot of them, because it's a ZAP schedule. The guys make ridiculous schedules. Let's see what we get to play with here then. There you go, flights. Wow. Okay. Hopefully this looks a little bit better. That's not the weather we want. Thank you. Okay. I don't hate how that looks, you know. I think that looks really nice, and I think the glow behind the taxiways is enough now. It's not as prominent as it was before. That's 16 times this. Aircraft are going to pop up very
Manchester
quickly.
ground.
Yeah.
KLM 3429er with information.
Yeah.
Romeo requesting push and
Prefer
start.
that very much. KLM 3429er pushback approved, facing west. They can probably... Ooh, that's
Pushback
a nicer
approved,
route
facing
colour as
west.
well, look.
KLM 3429er.
I think we can maybe uprate the opacity again. yeah, I think we'll uprate the
Manchester
opacity
ground.
again on the
Swiss
route.
2931 with information, Romeo. Requesting push and start.
Another 32 on top of that, so what, 96? We'll do that. Swiss 2931, pushback approved, facing west. Yeah, it's very clear which aircraft you're selecting then as well. Oh my god, look at the place.
Swiss 2931.
It is beyond rammed. Good god, it really shows you though, doesn't it, how compressed and compact Manchester can be. This terminal is now in operation as well, and I think the A380 parks on this gate here. So they've got that one set up for A380. Loads of heavies, loads of Jet 2, loads of 2E, and yeah, they do use all this as well, all this down here. Shut up. Wow. Okie dokie then. Let's have a look. Any arrivals? Yeah, of course, they're going to be on the...
Manchester Tower.
Yes.
Legend 4117 on final 23 right.
Legend 4117, runway 23 right, clear to land. I don't know why I hit pause there instead of...
Runway 23 right, clear to land.
Oh well.
Legend
Tomjet
4117.
4679er, pushback approved, facing west. KLM 3429er, taxi to Echo 8. Swiss 2931, taxi to Echo 8. Yeah, I think they're just right. Ryanair 4079er, pushback approved, facing west. Yeah, I think the route is visible enough at the minute, but I think we need to make it a little bit more prominent. Let's get this aircraft in. Nordic 138, runway 23 right, clear to land.
Pushback approved, facing west.
Because they're not far apart, are they, all these arrivals?
4079er.
Swiss 2931, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. KLM 3429er, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. Tomjet 4679er, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. Channel 6283 heavy, stand by. Ryanair 4079er, taxi to runway 23 right at Mike. Ryanair 6213, pushback approved, facing east. What's that? Channel 7682, pushback approved, facing west. What's SZS? Is that like a red nose or
Runway
something?
23 right, clear to land.
Scandinavian.
Nordic 138.
Scandinavian 6505, pushback approved, facing east. Should have an arrival any second.
Taxi
Legend.
to runway 23 right.
Got Sun
at
Express
Mike.
coming in.
Swiss
Yeah, you can
2931.
pick the aircraft out enough, but maybe
Taxi
we
to
do
runway
make it a little bit
23
brighter on top of
right
that.
at Mike.
What was the blue?
KLM 3429.
22178
3 right at Mike. Tomjet 4679er.
It's hard to make it
Roger.
brighter, really.
Chinook 6283 heavy.
It's hard. It's
Taxi
hard
to
to make that
runway
brighter.
3 right at Mike. Ryanair 4079er.
93 200 252.
Pushback approved, facing east.
93 200. Well, it's 255 in it, really.
Pushback
pop that
approved,
in.
Facing west. Channel 7682.
Just to make it glow a little bit more. Like I say, that route is prominent. It's easy to pick out. That isn't bright enough. That's lovely.
Manchester ground. KLM 3429 ready to taxi.
That's nice and bright. But again,
Manchester ground.
maybe that's the
Swiss
colour we go for.
2931 ready to
Is that not
taxi.
full yellow that we've gone for?
Manchester Tower. Nordic 138 on final 23 right.
Seems like the colours aren't as bright as you see
Manchester
on
ground.
here.
Tomjet 4679 ready to taxi.
So Legend 4117
Manchester ground. Ryanair 4079
It does
ready to taxi.
lead you into thinking you're controlling at night though,
Manchester Tower. Sun Express 4701 on final
because
23
everything's so
right.
dark. You know what I mean? Maybe we have that as the standard colour.
Manchester ground. Channel 7682 ready to taxi.
Oh, I don't know. I think we need to brighten up that one. We need to brighten up that orange that we see right there. So what's that at the moment? 222 105 22. So yeah, that needs brightening up a little bit. So we can go up here with it maybe. 250 130 45. Well, 255 130 45. There's no point leaving the extra 5 off for the sake of not being able to click right at the top of the colour picker. Okay, and then we'll come back out and we'll get some aircraft going, shall we? We'll do it again. See how the music hasn't come back on this time? Strange. Yeah, boom. Cracking. How long have we been doing this now? Maybe an hour? Yeah, an hour and 4 minutes I've been recording. So, yeah, quite a sturdy amount of time. Nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing wrong with that. This is trial and error, all of this. This is always trial and error. And I'm enjoying putting this together for you. And I hope that this gives you an appreciation into the time and effort that goes into doing these, because you have to do this per airport. Sometimes you can get rid of all the areas and stuff, but you can copy and paste the rest of the stuff in. There are certain things at airports, though, especially the D-Brights take longer than the Adidas screens, because they are more intact with different lines and things like that you have to consider. So yeah, there's a lot of work goes into this, so hats off to those that do this. But I'll hopefully be releasing the pack for these at some point if I update them and pop them in the Discord, so keep an eye on that in future. We're not done yet, though. Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. Let's sort the weather out, because it's the UK. Okie dokie. Let's get some planes moving. We'll see what the call sign colours are like.
Manchester ground.
Yes.
KLM 3429er with information.
Yeah.
Romeo requesting push and start.
Okay, maybe I make the taxiways a little bit darker. That's nice in white. That's cool.
Manchester ground.
KLM 3429er, pushback approved, facing west.
Romeo, requesting push and start.
Swiss 2931, pushback approved, facing west. Cool, and what about that route?
KLM 3429er.
Pushback approved, facing west. Swiss 2931.
I don't know if it's prominent enough. We'll see when we give him clearance to taxi the runway.
Manchester Tower, Legend 4117 on final 23 right.
Legend 4117, runway 23 right, clear to land. Nordic 138, runway 23 right, clear to land. Let's see how many planes we're missing now. Yeah, look.
Right.
Scandinavian 6505, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. It's prominent.
Right. Clear to land. Nordic
Is it prominent enough? Chanex 7682, pushback approved, expect runway 23 right. I think that's prominent enough.
Expect runway 23 right. Scandinavian
I think the final change I'm going to make...
Pushback approved. Expect runway 23 right. Chanex 7682.
Do I change the background colour's staying as it is? I like the background colour, because when it's black you can just, everything then stands out against it, so it's easier. I think we change the actual taxiway colour from my 013475, whatever it was. I think we make it darker. Darker. The good thing is I've got a black background here on the left next to the colour picker, so I can see how much stuff stands out against it. Let's go 2456. So where the hell's that? Is it 85, 85, 85? No. That's the outline colour, and we've turned that off, haven't we? We want also to maybe turn... Do we want to turn the thickness down? Nah, we don't. We don't. And the runways, we can understand where the runways are, so yeah, we can figure that out as we go. Maybe the runway colour goes a little bit brighter. Maybe the runway colour stays that blue. 02456. That's all I know for now. We're going to do that. Oh, I've put a dot in there. And there. Oh dear. Don't be doing that, Chaz. Right, back to the menu. Back to Manchester. Maybe we're nearly done. Maybe we're nearly done. I don't know. Because then we've got to try it on the D-Bright and see how it works on the D-Bright screen. We also have then the F4 screen where you pick what runways you're using, things like that. So you have to consider that part of it as well. This could be, quite a long-winded process when you get into doing all of those, because I know that Teri has had a bit of a nightmare with those bits, especially the strip look screens as well, the strips that are down in front of you. I use TS3 Assistant so much that when I need the strips, I have that open, so I'm not worrying about the strip look screens. I may have to, if I'm considering, obviously, people using the screen packs and stuff, then yeah, maybe I'll have to consider fixing those as well for you, because I know that not everybody uses TS3 Assistant. This is the thing. There's so much to think about. Let's have a look then. Oh no, can't see him. No, can't see him. Too dark. God, it hurts my eyes. It's almost blurry. Oh, I don't like it. No. Chaz mucked up. Let's go back to the 013475. And let's maybe just go... Boop, boop. What was it I went for? 2456. Oh, God. I think maybe we keep it as 013475. We went 0, 2456. So if we go 32, 65. The thing is, it's dead thin though, and it's darker in the game as well. This is the thing. The colours seem darker in the game. They're not full brightness in front of you. So, yeah, that's not going to look like that on there. Because that colour at the moment, I mean, if we do, what was it, 2456, that is not the same colour. I'm telling you that for free. That is not the same colour. So, I think we go back to how it was, 152, 117. Because I think that's just, it just works like that. Maybe we make the runway a bit brighter. Maybe we do the runway a bit brighter. No, you can finick with that too much. You can really finick with that too much. So then we need to consider, what about the D bright, and then what about this as well? Because I know you can change this. That, I imagine, is very difficult to sort out. You'd probably just change the background colour and this text to be white instead or something. I don't know. But this is the main thing that you're looking at, obviously. We've got the strip screen down here as well, which is very bright. Still, let's go and we'll save this. Let's now open the... Where is it? Airports, Manchester, Instruments, Chaz. D-Bright. So as you can see, it's very similar. So you've got airport, airplane marker type, old style dotted, and then this is all area. Again, we can just get rid of all that. Bye-bye. Because I'm not too interested in that. ILS colour. So you can't just copy and paste all this into here. So you can have all the aircraft, you know, the colour, arrive, departure, call sign, arrive, call sign, departure. So they go like this. They're a block of 4. And then you've got the info as well. So info, arrive, and departure. So you can have that is there. That is there. Out of control. Ooh. Ooh. Now they're going to have to be... Ooh, heck. So this on 155, so that's like half brightness. Maybe we just change that to 128. Or maybe even 64. We'll make it dim, like me. Selected colour, arrive, departure. Yeah, these 4 are all together again as well. So you've got selected colour, arrive, departure, and then you've got the info. So you just, again, need to just copy that to that, and then that to that. And that should fix your D-Bright screen. But then when we look at the weather look, this is the one on the right. So you've got your background colour. We could change that to whatever the thingy one was. This. 152, 117. So we could have... Oh, actually. Ooh, maybe we... The header background colour can be this. Header element colour. The header text, that's what we want. We want white text. I know that much. Header airport background colour. Oh, God. Yeah, see how you got different runways, so you've got the colours and stuff. We'll save that. We'll save that and give that a go as well. And then we're not going to bother with the strips. So once you've got your colours established, it's obviously a lot easier to then know what you want, but we'll see how that looks and how that works. Because I just want it to be a blue background with the black panels and white text. So all I'm changing is the fact that it's a big white screen in your face, changing it to a darker blue one just to match the rest of it. But it's difficult to make that look pretty, I think. The Dia's screen is the one that takes up the most time. D-Bright, we might lose a lot of detail with all the lines and things around it, but a lot of the time, don't really care. I know it's great to have the details, but I just want the little rings so I know where you've got 5 miles, 10 miles, so I know whether I can send another aircraft or not and get them on with it. That's all I want to know. You know, how quickly can I send a plane out of here? You know what? I've done all of this and I haven't even checked if my mic is picking anything up. Good God, that was scary. Because I've had a few issues with this headset recently where then it doesn't pick up sometimes. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Right. I mean, we've killed the D-Bright. We've killed the D-Bright and got a white ILS. That's all we know. Okay. That's back to how it was because the colour of the taxiways and things is back. That's absolutely fine. This is very ugly. I want those bits blue as well. But you see how the text is now white instead of black? Good. Airport lights button is what it is. We'll do the MEO. We need to sort the weather out. And then, yeah, we've killed the D-Bright. So when they're out of our control, they're just grey. We'll see what happens when they come into our control.
Manchester ground.
We're just going to ignore all these.
3429er with information Romeo requesting push and start.
Yeah.
Manchester
Okay.
Tower, Legend 4117 on
So there you
file
go.
23
Orange,
right.
when we select them. Oh, they don't. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they do change colour. Okay.
Manchester ground. Swiss 2931 with information
Okay.
Romeo.
That's all right. Well, we need to just make sure though we've got the. Oh god, we need all the area back in now, don't we? Sugar. Okay, so what you do is, in this case, you go to the default one. You go to the D-Bright, and you grab all this area. See what I mean? See what I'm doing? Oh, there's a lot of area. Let's go to a really simple early one, shall we? Let's go to TIST. Where's TIST? TIST. We'll go to Instruments, Default. See, look, I've been testing at TIST. D-Bright look. Okay. Where is the... Ah, so it's ring colour. That's what we want. But do we not... Hang on. Do we not have that in the Manchester one? Do we not just have the rings? Hello? Confused now. Yeah, ring colour and thickness. Ah, they're off. So, what if we do... Where's that blue? Where's that blue? Is that not what I was just doing? D-Bright, yeah. Background colour is what it was. Did I not change something to be the blue? Oh no, I'm being stupid, aren't I? Right. I'm being such an idiot. 152 117. And then we'll have full brightness. 255. Ring thickness 20. Yeah, that's fine. And then the ILS colour we'll have... Yeah, I changed the ILS colour to white, didn't we? And then the airport colour... Yeah. Okay. As long as we've got the rings, that's all I really care about. So the rings were turned off. That was the main problem here. So at least we know now what the distances are. Right. I think we're good. Oh no, because I want to change the what's it called? Oh, I've got to come back into all this now. Airports, Manchester, Instruments, Chaz. I want the weather look to be sorted out. So, we know that the stuff... So the text is white, the element is 150, that's like grey. So we want to change that to be the grey as well. Sorry, the blue. Airport text. Button enable and button disable. So when it's disabled, it's just... We'll have the dark blue. Oh god. Runway button text colour. It's 250, well that's white. Runway colour. Ah yeah, we want black. So we want 000. So anything that's 50. Header airport background colour. Oh god, right, yeah, we want black. So anything that's like 50, 50, 50, we want to be black. Anything that was grey, we want to be the dark blue. Okay, I think we're good. Button enable, we want a bright blue, don't we? We want a nice blue. So 16109.227. Where is it? Enable. 16109.227. Oh, I've just had a cool interesting email about something potentially for next year. Hello. Right then, let's try again. Maybe this might be the last one, I don't know. We'll see. There's always stuff to change. There's always stuff to change. I've enjoyed this though. It's a little journey, isn't it? It's a journey in itself, and it takes a long time to do. I think that my knowledge of doing CSS already sort of gets me used to where to put things and how to sort of anticipate their behavior. But this can be difficult, you know, it can be really difficult. You have to get used to RGB colours and how they work. So, obviously, it's 3 channels, so red is the first bit, how much green you want is the second bit, and how much blue you want is the third bit. Then the opacity is 0 to 255. I'm not quite sure why it's 0 to 255, I've never figured that out, but yeah, you have to be quite switched on to what each of the values means and what potential colour you might get. That's why a colour picker like this is great, because it's live. You can just click where you want and pick it up, you know, and do whatever colour you want. You know, we could just turn the aircraft pink for all we care by just changing some numbers. And again, that's what I love about a game like Tower Simulator 3 is how customizable it is. That looks awful, Chaz. You moron. You have ruined it. Oh dear. We should just change each of these bits to black and then change the runway colour to black. Oh look, it's just each side. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you had to click on the end like you do in the menu. Okay, we've got... Yes. That's all I want. That's all I want from a D-Bright screen. That is all I want, is just that. We might change the runway colours to be blue, though. Let's do that, shall we? So let's do the D-Bright. Where's the airport colour? Is that the grey that we've got? No. The airport colour, it seems to think, is yellow. That's definitely... Oh, the airport colour is off, that's why. Oh, runway colour. It's right there in front of me. Good lord, what an idiot. Let's go to do the... Where's the departure colour? Is that it? Is that the blue? Yes. Let's do that colour as the runway colour. And then we'll have... Yeah, we'll have the airport colour the same. No, we'll have the airport colour as the darker blue that we had to begin with, because that's the taxiways, isn't it? That's what you're going to see. So 152, 117. You can copy and paste from there as well, by the way. You can copy and paste from the colour picker. It's just it puts a space in it, which nobody likes, nobody wants. So we've got that. I think that's all I want from that. I think that's just how I want it, you know? Do we want... Why don't we just have zeros? Just put zeros in. Robbie! Put zeros in. And then we want the weather look screen. So we want to... Let's just shimmy over to this. So the background colour is the blue. Dark blue. I think we change that to be black. And then we have the header background colour, which we want as black. Header element colour is currently the blue. Is that these bits? Do we also want that as black? No. Then we'll have header text colour, which is going to be... Let's have that middle blue, shall we? Or do we... Oh, I don't know. No, we'll leave it white. We'll leave the text white. Header airport background colour, that's that bit. So we've got that. We know what that is. Header airport text is white. Runway colour, we've changed it to black. But for some reason it hasn't done it. Runway button colour, we'll have... I mean, it seems to think it was the dark blue before, but it's not. Runway button text colour is white. Yeah. Button disable colour, which is here. That is the dark blue, which we should probably put as black. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, let's do it as black. And then button enable is the dark blue, which we could have. Where's that gone? Wasn't there any more of that? No, we're not going to have any of that dark blue unless we do something with that. Okay. Oh, it's fine. We'll try that. Try that. We'll come back out. And then once more, go back in. Again. Let's see. Let us see. Because at the end of the day, I want to do the whole lot. I could get on to doing the strip screen here, but I know there's so much more to that. Although it is there. Oh no, am I opening another wormhole here? Oh, yeah. Although, I don't know, background colour and text colour, that's all you need. Just change all the background colours to be dark blue. All the headers black. Background dark blue. Text against the dark blue is light. No. Text against the dark blue would be white. Text against the black background would be blue. Yeah? Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited because I think we could definitely do something with that. Oh no, this video's about to be 2 hours long, isn't it? How long have we been going now? Is it an hour and a half? Nearly. Hour and 24 minutes. Colour picker stays live in the top left, as you can see. Okay, so that's all right. Yeah, look, the airport's blue. The runways are blue. I think we need to, yeah. Ooh. And then, yes. That needs to be dark blue on disable. That, I don't know what that is. But I quite like that in just black. Ooh, I don't know. Let's see, what elements have we got of that then? So that's the weather look. So the background colour is 0. The header background colour is 0. It's basically, well, dead. So we'll go for the 152.117 on that. 152.117. Header element colour. I don't know which is which, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Header text colour. Header airport background colour is black. Header airport text colour. Yes, that's fine. Runway colour is apparently black, but that hasn't changed, so I'm not quite sure on the runway button and text and all that. They don't seem to change no matter what you do with them. So, yeah, the button disabled colour, though, is going to be 152.117 because at the moment you can't tell it's a button. So I think it's nice that if you click it, you know, it goes a lighter shade of blue for when they're on. You know what I mean? Does that make sense, doesn't it? I hope so. And then, wait. Is that just a positioning? I think that's the positioning. I'm not going to play with that because I don't think that's down to colours. Wait, 450? No, we're not gonna play with them. We're not gonna mess with that bit. The strip look though. Oh no. Let's just try and piece it together. So we've got tower arrival pending. Yep, that's all of that bit. And then next is arrival. Yeah. Header background is 60, 60, 60, which is the dark grey. Text colour is white. Oh lord. Let's just play with this. So header is 152.117. And then what's that light blue that we had earlier? What was the light blue? It was this, wasn't it? 93,200, 255. So then we want, yeah. So we can do this, look. All of the headers, boom, 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 boom. Easy. See, this is easy. Why doesn't everyone do this? I'm joking. I love you. Right. Oh, this is nice. This is tasty. So, oh, hang on. So these are for the actual strips. These are for the actual strips. Okay. Ooh, God. So we'll change the headers. And the background colour will be black. So, oh God, there's a lot of... What's with the added spaces after that? Don't like that. Background colour. Yep. Oh God, where's the background colour? Is that it? That's the only background colour? Seems so. I mean, we can try it. We can try it. Why not? We'll give it a go. Let's just get back in. I hope you're still with me. I really hope you're still with me for this. I'm enjoying this more than I probably should, to be honest with you. And I hope, sincerely, I hope that if you are looking how to do this, I hope this is helping. I genuinely hope this has provided some insight or some help towards how you edit these. And I really hope there hasn't been an update that's completely nullified what I'm doing here. Because recently I did an FAQ on how to set something up, and then about 3 days later the update came out and made it completely benign because I wasn't aware of how the update was going to change it. Still, we're going in and we're going to make this work. I'm telling you, we're going to make this work. And then I will release this on the Discord server and have it as, you know, Chaz's instrument pack, the Chaz Draycott Media instrument pack, if you want to try it and use it for yourselves. Why not? Right, we're coming in. Ready for us, Manchester. Oh, look, one of them changed. Hey, but you know what? That's what we wanted. That colour. And we wanted a black background. That's the scroll bar. So I think that stays how it is. I think we don't mess with that. But that's what I want. Ooh. That's cool. That's really cool. Big fan of that. And then, look. Okay, so it's the whole thing at the bottom. So is that the element? There's an element bit, isn't there? On the weather look. What bit did we change? Button disable colour. Is there header background colour? So that's okay. So we want to keep that black. We'll do 0, 0, 0. Then there's header element colour. I don't know what that is. Is that this? Oh, I'm so confused. They're all on full opacity, aren't they? So there's no greys or anything. How weird. How very, very weird. Maybe we put the header airport background colour on as the 152.117, because that's just to have that blue in the middle. You know what I mean? And then maybe we have 152.117 on there as well. Let's just try that. So all of these blocks in the top should now be dark blue. If I've done that right, they should be. We'll see. I'm just always selecting 2, 3 right, just so we've got the ILS lines coming up. I might make them a little bit dimmer as well, because they're a little bit bright, aren't they? Where's the D bright? Oh no, we need to open it in here, don't we? The D bright. Yeah, the ILS is just white at the moment. I wonder whether we have that as the dark blue, and then maybe have. Do we have it all as the lighter blue? You know what I mean? The 93-255. Maybe we have the ILS as that, and the ring colour as that. And the airport colour is the dark blue. Wait, the airport colour... Oh, the runway is that colour. The airport's invisible, Chaz. Stupid man. It's a miracle I ever get anything done. It's a miracle I run my own business and work for myself, innit? I can barely wipe my own backside. Okay, so that's changed because we just changed it before we got in. So now you can see the taxiways of the airport look, and you can see the rings. I think they're a bit much. I think that's a bit much. So we need to change them back to the dark blue. 152.117. And that is D-Bright done, as far as I'm concerned. That has worked. So they're all blue. That's how I want it. That's banging. I'm happy with that. That'll do. This is cool. This... There's a strip. Oh, no. Oh, no. So the strips will be buggered. Okay. Well, we know what we're looking for with the strips. We're gonna stick with this, you know. We're gonna give this a go. So I've got the header background sorted. The text color is I've doubled up on the text color. That's why it stayed white on a lot of them. You lot have realised I've done that, haven't you? Oh no. You lot realised I've done that. Okay. So we've got text colour in there twice, so it's taking the latest argument for text colour and overriding the first one. That's alright. That's fine. We've done that. So the text colour will be blue on all them. The strips, though. Oh dear. So the background colour... Oh, no. Strip block time call sign button. Interesting. So are they like see-through? I'm intrigued here. So colours, background colour, 210, 210, 210. Is that because they don't have the opacity on them? Because I've kept them how they are, so they should... Surely they should all still be the same. That might be something I have to work on. Because that is not perfect, is it? We've got the header background colours right. So then... next bin. Okay, so when you click next, it tells you where they go next. So they go ground and then bin. So yeah, okay, I like that. That's very simple. So you can tell it where to go when you click next on it. That's really good. Rather than dragging it, you just, when you click go, it goes to whatever is listed as the next sort of area. That's very good. But the colours are what we need to sort out here. But there's no opacity on the end of them. Or is that just an advisory? Oh, let's first back out and back in again, just to see that we've got the headers and stuff figured out. Just to make sure. And then we'll see whether we can... Because if we can polish up the strips here and do it, we've done the whole lot on all 4 screens. I know that we spent most of the time on the ideas screen, but that's the one you look at the most, really. As well as doing a lot of time looking at the D-Bright. We should maybe move them so they're in order. We've got D-Bright, weather look, and then strip look. Sort of across from left to right and then down. But, yeah, I'm concerned at the strips themselves being very picky. Because why would they be black? I can't figure out why they would be black. Oh, no, I've just closed it. Bugger. Okay. Let's get that back up. So background colour is 0. Are they backlit? Is that what it is? I wonder, because are they like transparent? Weather. Let's have a look. So, we need to get some aircraft on arrival.
Manchester ground.
I'll tell you what.
KLM 3429er with information Romeo requesting push and start.
I was going to say, the telling sign would be... So we've got 1 of each now. That's what we want. We've got 2 of each. So we can still... Yeah, we can still add into there. Yeah. That's cool. But why are they black and white? Because that is a grey. 210, 210, 210 is a grey. Yeah. So background colour arrival. So you've got an orange. And then background colour departure. Are these just... Is this just advisory colours? I wonder if they are. Because normally it's white until the strip goes over the top of it. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use Teri's as an example here. Let's have a look at Teri's. So text colour is white. Background colour is grey. Header background colour is grey. And then... How on earth have you done this, Teri? So that's... Yeah, 60, 60, 60 is a dark grey. So I know that Teri's strip look file is all greys and I'm pretty sure a blue. Isn't there a blue in there? Yeah, it's grey, light grey and white. But what about the colours in here? Because that's the same colour, the background arrival colour. Background departure. Oh, I've just clicked off it. Yeah, that's the same as well. Text background departure. You've seen me figure this out live here, everyone. Yeah, that's the same colour, Chaz. What a moron. Right. Very, very interesting. That might be something that I have to look into in time, I think. In how we get the strips to work in different colours. Let's back out and just see how Teri's work. Let's go to this, and then let's go to Teri's multiplayer one, because then we get an idea as to how they look, but then we can try and cross-reference where the colours arrive from this text file, because all that is written in here is the header, the background colour, and the text colour, and they are just whites. I'm so confused by that. Because these are the advisory background colours, I'm pretty sure. So I wonder whether they are transparent and it's like how backlit they are is what you set in these values here. So if you turn some of it down, you just get a darker blue rather than the usual blue. You know what I mean? What you're doing here is turning up and down the brightness of each bit behind the strip. The strip is always going to be a certain colour. But then again, we've got full brightness on some of ours. So this is Teri's. So you can see the runways are brighter. The taxiways are lovely and thin. I might have to do that with mine. This is very similar because I don't think she did much to change this. This, quite a similar layout to mine actually. It's quite funny, isn't it? Look, yeah, the strips are not working. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to speak to Teri about that. Okay, just a brief update actually before we finish the video. I've had a quick word with Fruit Loops from the ZAP team. Thanks also to Pancho, who sent over a load of information for me to get this to look right. What you need to do is edit it with Notepad++ because of a certain end-of-line format. You can see here it says LF. Now, when you save it in Notepad normally, it's CRLF, but if you want to do that in here, then it keeps it in the LF format. If you haven't had that happen and it comes up in here as CRLF, you just put it as EOL conversion and then you put Unix LF instead. And that's it. And then it works, look. We'll go in and I'll show you right now that we've got it working. It's not the colours that I wanted to set it to in the end, but I used one of the ZAP ones as a bit of an example just to see what they'd done with their colours and how it was all set. And yeah, it turns out that it's just down to an end-of-line format. So it's a CSV file is usually a spreadsheet. It's usually a spreadsheet format anyway, with a lot of information in that's based on columns, and they're separated by commas, which is why you see so many commas in a lot of the notepad files and things like that that we use for the colours and obviously the elements of this game as it is. So yeah, it's been interesting to see that it can just come down to something as simple as that. Come on. I want to try and keep this as uncut as I can as well, obviously, because the rest of the video has been very uncut. I imagine it's been a bit of an easy edit for editing Chaz, actually. But yeah, it's super exciting. Fruit Loops, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Fruit Loops now part of the ZAP team as well. Let's have a look, shall we? Watch this. We'll get in. We'll have KLM, what's his face, ready to go. But then we'll have 1, 2 come up, and then that one. See? Look at
Manchester
it.
ground.
How
KLM
good is
3429er
that?
with information Romeo requesting push and start.
How good is that? You see? It knows. It knows. We've got the colours we want on there. We've got this how we want it as well, which is really cool to see. We've also got this screen set up, and now we have the strip look as well. I will be finicking about with these colours a little bit to get them exactly how I want. But yeah, the Chaz Draycott Media Instruments pack is pretty much nearly ready to go. So yeah, look out for it soon in some form of Discord or something somewhere. Thank you so much to the ZAP team for helping out as well. I knew that they'd be helped somehow, and thank you for Teri for allowing me to use hers as an example to show you exactly how it all looks. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this today. I will release this and put it into the Discord, and then hopefully in time I'll be able to make that for other airports and so on. There may be different versions of it though, so I might play a few stints with it at different airports and fine-tune it to make sure it's all as spot on as can be. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you lot are going to be using it as well, I don't want it to be rubbish. I don't want you to use it just because I use it. You know, I know there's a few people out there that love the videos and love what I do, and they'd use it just because Chaz did it. I don't want you doing that. I just want you to do it if it makes your game better. And I think that there's a number of airports similar to Chicago, for example, where it's so much better. Even if you just change the colour of the aircraft, you know what aircraft are arrivals, what are departures. So you know what to look for in terms of which ones are coming into the terminals, which ones are leaving the terminals. But at the moment, that's it. That is the Chaz Draycott Media setup of the ADIAS screens and your instruments. And I hope you enjoy them. I'm not releasing them yet, obviously, but I will try to in time. That's it for this video, though. Been going for a long time now, so thank you so much if you stuck with me through this. I hope you've enjoyed watching me tear my hair out over it. And yeah, I'll be back soon with another stint here on Tower Simulator 3, but for now, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.